especially Vegas. When I was living out there, man, I would go and I'll leave. That's why you see me in Iceland. And then if you go on my page, I was in Dubai right before that.
Yeah.
Then I was in Turkey. I got signed in Turkey.
Yeah.
First African American signed in Turkey. Then
I saw that.
Where else I went? South Africa. Probably the best place in the world.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
Welcome back, everybody. CiiiTY Media, changing the youth media. I got with me today DireXta.
Yes, sir.
This is what's up, man. I've been following you. Obviously, we've been keeping in touch all week. So this is a much anticipated interview with you. The biggest song I'm seeing from you.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's from you. It's Ladies Love Mocha. Is that you on that song? Or is that somebody? That's you.
With was it Beautiful Revenge?
Yeah, Beautiful Revenge and all that. Okay. Cause you had hair, you had long hair.
Yeah, I just cut it all off. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm watching the music video. I'm like, man, that looks like him, but I really don't know at this point. You know,
that was in Iceland.
Yeah, I see that. How was that? Y'all look like y'all was not freezing your butt off.
I was freezing. I was freezing, but I loved it. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
I was actually planning to go back, but then the corona and everything. But yeah, it's definitely a great place to go visit.
Okay, word. That was the latest video I see 3 months ago. Did you have a remake of that? Because I see 2 different versions.
Okay, so what happened is Trish, it was a tribute. So Trish died. She was like a booking agent. She was like a best friend, like a mom to me when I first moved to Vegas. Mm-hmm. She pretty much was like there, like helping with the tours and everything, and then she passed away. So it was like she didn't get to see us blow up, you know. I just went on tour, I just did all that stuff. She didn't get to see that, but she was like the biggest fan, you know. That's
wild, man. Yeah. It always seems to be part of the story, man, for a lot of people is you know, it almost seems like you have to lose someone very close to you, you know, in that way. It sucks. And I think, you know, obviously there are conspiracy theorists out there who always, you know, play with that and say what they say. But as someone who's gone through that, does that change the way you do things and make you go harder? How do you deal with hardship like that?
Yeah, like, and especially because I was like roommating, I lived with her, so like after she was dead, like she was still getting bills in the mail and everything. It was
crazy.
just like, I was just like, damn, like I had to step up. It was just like, okay, I got to figure this out. So it was definitely one of those things, like waking up and just like, all right, yo, you got to really do this, because it was just like the music, we were putting so much more money into it than we were getting out. So it was crazy, you know.
Okay, so the Beautiful Revenge is who is that? That's the person that's featured on that song. But your album is also titled Revenge. Though.
Revenge is titled.
Is there any correlation? Is that your thing?
Well, it's just like I was the underdog and I wasn't really supposed to be an artist. I really started doing mixing vocals. I was a vocal guy.
Okay.
And I was just the dude everybody came to in high school. And then it was just like, you know, nobody was taking it serious enough. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you know, fuck this shit. I'm going all the way. And that's, you know, and a lot of the times too, just like I always had songs, but people would sleep on it. You know, they'll take my preset and be like, yo, do that. Or they'll take my hook and be like, yo, I'm going to put the verse on it. I was never able to finish anything on my own. So that's why sometimes you'll see some of these songs are like short. Because I fuck around and just cut them off and just put on the album, because it's just like no one's putting money in, no one's trying to help. So it was just like that, one of those things.
Damn, that's crazy. So you were the guy that everybody came to would it just be to touch up on what they're doing, like in vocal wise? Or?
I was the dude that finished everything.
Okay.
So like you talk about final product, you talk about mastering, going through like the Manly bus or the Portico, one of the like outboard gear, like, and my boy Kyle from Las Vegas, he put me on, he taught me everything I knew with that compression and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where are you from originally?
So I'm from New York.
Okay.
But I moved to Vegas. I was in Vegas for the last 3 years. And then prior to that, I was really in Palm Beach. So Palm Beach, then Vegas. But I pretty much toured the whole East Coast. I was just like, man, this shit ain't doing nothing. I went to the West Coast, and that's where I popped off at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're back on the East Coast.
Well, I'm just, honestly, I don't know what's going on. So Vegas was it. And then it was just like, I'm like, nah. I feel like I was in a box.
Is it the energy over there? Or I always hear about being fake, a lot of fake people being in Vegas and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's just like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and it's just, it's so much shit that happened out there, like, and I just like I be wanting to talk about it, but it don't make no sense.
Yeah,
it's just like you leave that shit alone. It's weird shit that go on over there. You just gotta leave that shit alone, man.
Is dealing with the drama in Vegas worth the success that comes with it, though? Because people do people find a lot of success.
Yeah, for the females, yeah. Okay. Females, yeah. All right, well, I got locked up one time. I was at Vegan Nation with my ex, and I got locked up. And then when I got locked up, I seen there was a whole bunch of badass females locked up too. They making hella guap out there.
Yeah.
Salute to them bitches. They making guap.
The legal way and shit.
Yeah, right. But I mean, they doing all other type of shit too. But it's just like chicks that go out there, they making guap. The pimps making money, but it's just like you got to pick your lane out in Vegas. Like if you're not selling drugs or you're not, who are you?
Yeah.
So what I did is when I moved to Vegas, I built a studio, and then I was like the hub, and that's why I became the Prince of Vegas, because everybody, like, Vegas didn't have a sound, but everybody came through my studio. I was mixing all of them.
That's wild.
So I was in.
So you popped off in Vegas more so for mixing and stuff like that, not so much for your music.
Well, I was doing the music and I was touring. So when I was home at Vegas, I was running the studio, but the studio had also other engineers working it.
Okay.
So I go check in. I ran everything. I was the president, So pretty much like any session after it comes in, they hit me up like, yo, it's done. I'll pull in. I'll start mastering it.
Okay.
Because it's just like sitting down and pressing record. They might come in drunk. They might come in. These artists be wilding, yo.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about it. So for me, like, I just like finishing shit. So people usually come like Buzzy or 40 Dev, Slim. I'll just master it when it's done. Okay. That's me, yeah.
And right now, you still own that. You still have that studio in Vegas, or you rebuilding elsewhere?
So yeah, they just renamed it now. It's called Glass House Media or something. It was before it was FGC, but it's still out there. And then building a barber shop as well. It's still out there. But that shit was on I'll keep that on the low. But
yeah, that's what's up though. Yeah. So you have multiple business ventures. You also an artist. You rapping now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when now in Florida, and this is an interesting, I'm not sure how long you've been in Florida.
Like a month.
Okay. So relatively, it's an interesting, underground culture we have in Florida.
Yeah.
Where I'm not sure how easy it was to build in Vegas and everywhere you've been, but how are you finding it now, being in the building process here in Florida?
So I pretty much got a lot of people already in the industry. So like when I come out here, like I already got stuff like pre-planned and stuff like that. So my boy out in Jacksonville, Mari Gio, shout out to him. He's a video guy. He used to shoot for Moneybagg Yo.
Okay.
So like I was like watching Moneybagg Yo come up before he even blew up. I watched him so he shoots out here. So I just link up with him, and he has a lot of artists, and we work together. So sometimes I'm like actually behind the scene too, like directing videos too. Okay. Yeah.
So I see. I'm not even gonna ask you how you got the name DireXta.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So aside from the music production, I know you mentioned Barber Shop. Like what else are you looking at pursuing in terms of like your investments and stuff like that?
Now it's crazy because like the shop, it didn't pass inspection the first time because we first of all, when you walk in there, it's epoxy floors. You know, it's TVs in the floor. We dig that holes in the floor. LCD. You know, you could walk on the glass and shit. And we were so focused on that.
Yeah.
But that when they came to try to do inspection,
It was still there.
We didn't have everything finished. Like they want to see everything clean and everything, you know, and the barber actually cutting and shit. We didn't have that, so we didn't pass inspection the first time. So it's just like having to pay rent, you know.
Yeah.
I know that was stressful, you know, but it was just like it wasn't open. It's still not open, but it's like we're getting there. It's almost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm perceiving you now more as a businessman.
Yeah.
Right? Would you like say that's like your biggest, like your number one business, and then is the music and everything else?
Well, I just started all of that stuff, so it's just like, you know, before all of that, I was doing construction. So, but like music, I always kept music on the side too. Cause remember I said I started that in high school. So sometimes I'll be like sometimes, all right, put it like this. I met my boys out here by selling some equipment.
Yeah.
I sold my mic and I sold some other shit. And then they were just like, yo, we don't know how to use that shit. No cap. They was like, I don't know how to use that shit. And I was like, all right. So I could pull back up on them and I started editing their shit. And it was just, and that's how I fucked with them. Cause my mom moved out here. I didn't even want to move out here at first. And then it was just like
supply and demand, pretty much. Just catering to people's needs, and that's the good thing about having many different skills.
Yeah, but I tell you, what really happened is just like doing construction, doing all that shit. It was like I realized I was just like, man, I got a phone call, and then my boy Wavy Jones, shout out to him. All right, put it like this, bro. I was in North Carolina too. My boy, he was living in a trailer park.
Yeah.
Then he's just like, yo, bro, I'm about to try out to be Biggie. I'm just like, what?
Or like acting?
Acting, yeah. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? He went selling waters and shit on the side of the road. Then he got tickets. Next thing you know, he went out there, he got the role. And then he was in the series Unsolved, with Tupac and Biggie and shit. And I was just like, damn. I watched him dream. It was just like, all right. And he set his goal. He was like, this is what I'm going to do.
And he went after.
And he did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then that kind of motivated me. I was just like, fuck that. I can keep doing construction, but it's like, that's something my dad told me. I was just like, the music was really in me. So when I got that call, it was just like, all right, I get a chance to do music. But that call was the call of all this Barber Shop and all that other shit. It was just like, I was able to do all of that in that
from that particular situation evolved. So if that situation would have never happened, you wouldn't be doing the things you're doing now, or was it in the works before that?
I probably would have been doing construction still, or a contractor or something.
So right now you're not working at all, though.
Nah,
you're self-employed. Your business, your stuff are working for you.
Yeah.
What was the difficult part in doing all of this? Would you say things happened faster than you expected them to, or things pretty much started rolling for you?
Sacrificing a lot, like for example, my daughter, she lives in New York. Dealing with that was crazy because I'm on the West Coast now.
Yeah.
And then it's just like me and the mom not seeing eye to eye. That's another thing. It was just like, oh shit. To this day, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because it's just like she thinks I'm bigger than what I really am, or you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So it's just like I have to go hard.
Is it any legal battles there with that situation and stuff?
Yeah.
I always hate to hear things like that, man.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if a dude is doing their part, they're taking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you take care of your kids, you love your kids.
You know, at first it's just like you got to think about it. When you're trying to chase music, and you got a daughter on the way, and your baby mama she's not seeing the bigger picture sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's why you need a chick to believe in you.
Yeah. Facts.
Because if she believe in you, then she'll know. But now it's just like, I can't keep him away. But it was just like, I can't even tell now who to fucking trust either. It's weird. You know, it's weird as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I just stay to myself, to be honest. You know.
I don't even blame you. It's different when you have like a girlfriend, you know, somebody you kicking it with and stuff like that happens. But when you have a child with somebody and you think you have a certain, you know, kind of understanding there. Yeah, it is. I don't blame you for being untrustworthy, like for not having trust in people now and stuff like that.
I mean, especially now. I mean, like, this corona it's exposing everybody, you know. It's crazy. People are dying too. It's like you gotta step away sometimes from certain people. Some people are afraid of that. Me, I'll be like, fuck out of here, deuces.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I just be out on a flight, and that's what I be doing. Like, especially Vegas, when I was living out there, man, I would go and I'll leave. That's why you see me in Iceland. And then if you go on my page, I was in Dubai right before that.
Yeah.
Then I was in Turkey. I got signed in Turkey.
Yeah.
First African American signed in Turkey. Then
I saw that.
Where else I went? South Africa, probably the best place in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I did all of that in those 3 years because I was tired of Vegas. So like Vegas was it, but at the same time it was just like, you know, we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Especially, you know, being someone who don't have a lot of trust for everybody, and being someone that doesn't have a lot of trust for everybody while in Vegas. Like, you know, that's...
some crazy shit happened in New York too.
New York.
It's just Vegas was just like it. I don't know.
People, like, the way I see it, people show their ass in New York though.
Yeah.
Vegas people don't. People be low key with it though.
And the thing is too, it's like good people will fly to Vegas, and while they're on the plane, you can see them changing into the Vegas.
The Vegas,
shit.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They'll do some shit out in Vegas, but they won't do that shit home where they from.
Yeah.
But they go to Vegas and they do their shit, the fuckery.
It's the reputation, I think, is just the weight. It's just what comes with Vegas, or what people think, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's safe to be this way in Vegas because that's the reputation that it's known for.
Yeah.
We are CiiiTY.